It's a beautiful Sunday morning. We got that one off the trailer yesterday. Got it running, got it driving. I only got enough shifting linkage for first and second and reverse. That darn rooster. But it moves. It's got a little bit of brakes now. Maybe we'll do a burnout later. Then we fired that one up again. Sunday afternoon, kind of late. But somebody asked in one of my videos about what the divorce choke looked like on these carburetors. And here's a few different ones. There's one, I believe there's supposed to be a rod that goes from here, the choke pull off to here. And then I think the rod from the choke coil or thermostat would hook right there on that one. On this one, it would hook right there. And then on this one, the choke pull-off doubles as slowing down the secondary air door and releasing the choke. Here's an old choke thermostat. Doesn't get tangled up here. That little rod would go right there. And then of course there's your coil and all. Hope that helps. What you eating there, Mrs. Heavy Chevy?
Cotton candy from a birthday party.
We're going to go on and pull the Nova in and give it a good looking over, so we can start determining the plan of attack.
Yes.
You done with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Cleaned up.
What?
Better get her cleaned up. She's dusty.
Yeah, I hadn't driven in that in a while. It's been a month, I think. Maybe we'll take it on a little trip. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Better go down the bank and get a loan for gas.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Shall we yak it up?
Sure. What you finding out, Mr. Heavy Chevy?
Oh, this thing needs lots of work.
And?
And what?
Tell me something about it. You're under there.
And this
bell housing's broke.
Not good.
The floorboards are bad, rusty.
Guess we knew that.
There's a whole lot of cobbing together here.
That's never good.
And this car needs a wash.
Somebody put new ball joints on it in its history. But it looks to be solid where it's got to be solid.
That's always a plus.
There's no mufflers on it.
How are you painting this, Dad?
Alright, let me see the camera. Well, the first thing you see here is where somebody put in some floorboards, which I knew that. Not the worst floorboard installation I ever saw. Ain't the best either. There's the bottom of the fender. Frame rails and everything look to be good. There's the Muncie. And then, There's the bell housing. That thing's broke bigger than that. It's cracked right there where it bolts to the transmission. This got some kind of strange clutch and pressure plate in it. I never seen one like that in a Chevy. Wonder if it's I don't know what that is. That's interesting. Somebody custom fabricated a cross member there, which don't look too bad. But they only got motor mount bolts in it halfway. Really hacked the floorboard right there for the transmission shifter. I never saw a hole that big. I can see the steering wheel from down here. They did the same treatment in the back on the floorboards. I'm running over my treble light cord. The emergency brake apparatus is still there. There's a rust hole there. And of course what every hot rod needs, a set of air shocks. I need to get one of them old school Skyjacker stickers for the window. There's the gas tank. It looks to be in good shape. And if you, that'll fool you there, make you think it's a 12 volt, but it ain't. I don't know, that thing needs a bunch of work. But it's a 66 Nova. Trunk floor. It's got Moroso solid mounts on it. They neglected to put the bolts all the way through the mount, but pretty darn tight right there on the headers. The other line you see right there is the fuel line. That's not too cool laying against the header. Somebody has rebuilt the front suspension recently. It's got new tie rod ends and bushings and ball joints. Over here they just put a 5/16 bolt through it. Uh-oh, I'm hooked on something. Hey, Mrs. Heavy Chevy.
Yes, sir.
Will you take the hood off?
Sure.
The motor looks pretty clean. When I bought it, the guy said it smoked real bad, but it smoked when I first started it, but it don't smoke now. Might be better than he thought. Let's see if we can find some numbers on it. What'd you say, pal? What'd you say, Mom said?
Time to lower your ears.
It's time to lower my ears. Have you had your ears lowered?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going.
Oh, go out the door.
I can't yet, buddy. I gotta say a couple things. Alright, found the numbers on the block. It's just a run-of-the-mill 350 by the numbers. I didn't pull a belt cover to see what numbers on the heads were, but I think it's a decent motor. And the transmission is a 63 to 65, I think. Maybe 66, I forgot. But it's a Muncie. I don't know what the gear ratios or anything in it are yet. I'll have to dig into it a little bit further. But this thing's gonna take a lot of work. I gotta figure out what I want to do to it. Just patch it up, make it stock looking, and run it. There's some wheel tubs in it. subframe connectors. Fat Man Fabrications has a kit where you can put the mid 80s to early 90s Camaro front suspension on it. I don't know, I gotta do a little research. See where I want to go. Maybe a gasser.